Welcome to this introduction on statistics and probability. Today, we are going to explore one of the most fundamental concepts in data analysis, the difference between a population and a sample. Understanding this distinction is the first step to mastering statistics. Let's start with the big picture. In statistics, the word population doesn't just mean people living in a city. It refers to the entire group that you want to draw conclusions about. It includes every single element of interest, whether that's people, objects, or events. We typically use the uppercase letter N to represent the size of a population. A sample, on the other hand, is a specific group that you actually collect data from. It is a smaller subset taken from the population. We use the lowercase letter n to represent the sample size. The goal is to use this manageable group to make intelligent guesses about the larger population. Here is a side-by-side comparison. The population is all members, and a measurable characteristic of a population is called a parameter. The sample is just a part of the group, and a measurable characteristic of a sample is called a statistic. Notice the difference in symbols: capital N for population size and lowercase n for sample size. You might wonder, why not just measure everyone? Why use a sample at all? There are three main reasons. First, cost. A full census is incredibly expensive. Second, time. Gathering data from millions takes too long. And third, sometimes testing is destructive, like crash testing cars. You can't crash every car you manufacture, so you test a sample. The most important rule of sampling is that your sample must be representative. This means it should accurately reflect the characteristics of the larger population. If your population is mixed half and half, your sample should ideally be mixed half and half too. This ensures your results are valid. If a sample isn't representative, we call that sampling bias. This happens when certain members of the population are more likely to be selected than others. For example, if you only survey people at a library about reading habits, you ignore everyone who doesn't visit libraries. This leads to incorrect conclusions. Let's look at election polls. The population is over 150 million voters. It is impossible to ask them all before the election. Instead, pollsters survey a sample of around 1,000 likely voters. Remarkably, if the sample is random and representative, that small group can accurately predict the winner. Finally, let's look at the notation. Remember this mnemonic: P is for population parameter and S is for sample statistic. For a population, we use Greek letters like mu for the mean and sigma for standard deviation. For a sample, we use English letters like x bar for the mean and s for standard deviation. To summarize, a population is the whole group, while a sample is a subset. We use samples to save time and money. Ideally, samples should be representative to avoid bias. And remember, we use parameters for populations and statistics for samples. Good luck with your statistical journey.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.